Good evening. We were here basically fprintf and fscanf. We have written one program. I think we have written one program using fprintf. Okay, formatted output and formatted input. Hmm? So yeah, so we wrote this program. So what was the idea? Idea was to write the structure. When you create a structure and when you create a variable, it is a kind of a record because any record consists of a variety kind of data. So there are two strings, two integer variables, one float variable. So it is a record. Okay, structure itself is a kind of a user-defined data type, and it is a record. So we are going to store. We are going to take input from the user. Now we have stored the whole data, a whole record into the file, rather buffer. So how we have done that? We have declared one structure variable here, and in that structure variable we have taken input from the keyboard and stored in that structure variable, right? We have opened the file in append mode, huh? And we have passed this data, whatever we have taken, c dot first name, c dot franchisee, that we have shifted, we have transferred to the file pointed by fptr on the buffer, huh? And we have given the format specifier here, right? How the data is to be stored. So if I run this code, right? Suppose I write Hardik, Mumbai Indians, and total run suppose 2378. Number of matches suppose 67. That's it. So if I open this file, the file must have been written, right? So what is the file name? Players records. This is a players record. So see here, the last record has been saved, but we haven't put the slash in. Yesterday exactly we stopped here, if you can remember. So if I put here slash n, that slash n will be returned to the file while storing the data, right? So I will have to. So what we can do, we can put this whole inside the loop. Huh? Got it? You do it. Okay, you do it. Put that hole inside the while loop. Or should I do it? Uh, Suppose Hardik, MI, number of runs, suppose 78. That's it. So you will find that now we have opened it in write mode now. So earlier data was erased. Huh? So now this is a formatted, stored in a formatted way. Right? I will run it again so that we can put it in a loop. I will show you. So I will write here char choice, huh? Right, while one, and this whole I will put inside the loop. I'll have to make some changes here. Like before this scanf, I'll have to write a flush stdin. I hope you understood that stdin. Stdin is a file pointer to the file of keyboard. Keyboard must have some driver, right? So that is in the memory. So stdin is a pointer to that um, program written for the keyboard. Hmm? And here I will write printf. You want to add a record, right? Yes, no, slash t. Matches played was 129. Yeah, now it is taking. That scanf is working. Okay, we'll have to play along with that. There is no option. No? Kunal, Imai. So you got to know multiple records can be entered, right? Suppose I say yes, you can we can enter there like this. I say no, that's it. So now records are there. Slowly we are going ahead. So these are records, right? Sorry. Now we need to read them back. Huh? So how to read them back? I have to open that file. No need to open that file. Huh? Now the pointer is at the where is that pointer? Pointer is at the end of the file. So we have to take that pointer if you want to read from the first record because we are using fprintf and fscanf, right? So call the function rewind as I showed you yesterday and send the file pointer. So that pointer, internal pointer of the file structure will be taken to the first character in the buffer memory. So that one. Now we can read that file. Since we have opened this file in append plus mode, both operations are possible. Otherwise, in case of append mode, you can add only, you cannot read. Huh? So what we can do while huh? while fscanf. So fscanf, that is the now the regular scanf function reads from the keyboard. Okay, it takes input from the keyboard. Fscanf takes input from the file, right? Taking input from the file. So once we take input from the file, we need to store in some variable. That's it. Okay. So arguments are same except first argument is a file pointer. Huh? And then that everything percent S, percent S, percent D, percent D, and percent F, right? And here you need to send the structure variables as an argument. So what is the name? C dot. So first name, right? Comma C dot franchisee. Here onwards, you need to send the address. Scanf we send the address. Printf we do not send the address. So you are telling the fscanf what? Get record, right? Get that record and store at the address of these variables. So this is how it works. Try to understand. Exactly reverse methodology, reverse method of storing. Here we are taking this from these variables and storing to the file. You are getting from the file and storing in these variables, right? So ampersand C dot, what is that? Total runs. Ampersand C dot, what is that? Matches. And ampersand C dot average. Now that not equal to what? UF to the end of the file. Yeah, so far so good. What is to be done here? Print it on the screen. Printed percentage percent S percent D percent F slash N, and then C dot first name comma C dot franchisee comma C dot total runs C dot matches and C dot. Here we are printing to the monitor, huh? Reading from the file and printing to the monitor. So one record at a time will be printed on the monitor. Hmm? C dot average. And then F close. So let's see. We have to add one more record because that is the way it is. Okay. So any name of the player? I'm not able to recall any name. Suppose Sachin. Franchisee MI. Total run suppose. Matches played. No, I'll say no. And it is now printed. Right? It is printed. MI and runs are there. But we cannot use that format specifier. Right? So I'll have to use it here. Suppose ns ns 7d and 10.2. Suppose any player name null is there. Any name Sunil. I don't know Sunil. Somebody Sunil. Okay. Then KKR total run suppose matches played No. So now it is we have read the data from that file. So we have seen character by character, line by line, and next is record by record. Hmm? Now there is a drawback here. One of the drawback is that uh, we have opened this in a text mode. So when data is large, huh, I'll one more record because in the text file I cannot. I will run one more time. Huh? Surya Kumar, Saurav, so right? Suppose KKR, total suppose matches played 99 and no. Now see here, we have opened the file in text mode. We have opened the file in text mode. So how many characters are there? 3 and 3, 6. So these are going to take 6 bytes. These are going to take 2 bytes. These are going to take 4 bytes. These are going to take 4 bytes. And these are going to take uh, how many bytes? 5 bytes. Okay. So it contains numbers, right? So it is going to take more bytes, first of all. Hmm? So when data is large, numbers are more, variety kind of data is there, structure may change in the future. Suppose if I add some members to the structure, the whole program has to be changed, right? So in such cases, the file is opened in a binary mode. We will write that program. If it is there, I will show it directly. I don't remember in which file I have written what. So we will directly write that program. Hmm? So let's go back to the presentation. So before actually using that binary mode, where the difference lies when you come, because this is the question you to usually ask in the interview. What is the difference between text files and binary files? Okay, students cannot answer this. Apart from that, I mean, single line definition. These 3 points are noteworthy. First is where lies the difference. First, handling of new lines. As far as text mode is concerned, the new line is everywhere new line is there, right? That ASCII value of that is stored. So on that basis, uh, data is stored, and when you open that, when it comes across, when that pointer comes across that new line, the next line is the next data will be put on the next line, only because slash n has got some significant, because we are opening in a text mode and slash n has got ASCII value is 26, right? But in case of binary mode, no such line is there, because 26 kind of slash and n are considered as a two characters. So it will store slash and n. Okay. So that is how it is stored. Huh? Because binary mode doesn't know that slash n is it is a character, first of all, which has got ASCII value, but binary file doesn't recognize characters, right? It will be purely stored as a whatever is there, everything will be stored as a 0 1 0. Okay, in text file it is a 0 1 0 1, but I told you that representation of number is in the earlier slide I have explained you. So handling of new lines is interpreted differently. First of all, kind of new line is not there. Then representation of end of file. As I told you last time, for the text mode, end of file character is there. But for binary, there is no such end of file is there. Number of characters it remembers, okay, in the file structure. Okay, so that many characters will be read. Okay, so that is the end of the file. No such character there. And storage of numbers. Storage of numbers already told you. So suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 8. This is the integer to be stored as a phone number, suppose, or an Aadhaar number. Aadhaar number is I think 12 digit. I don't remember exactly. So that 12 digit number will be stored in a text mode file as a 12 bytes. Okay, it will be stored as a 12 bytes. Even though you store it as an integer variable, it will be stored as a 12, it will consume 12 bytes. But when you think about the binary, the integer variable suppose is taking 4 bytes, the other number is also going to be stored in a 4 bytes memory. It is going to consume only 4 bytes memory. So huge difference is there as far as text file is concerned and binary file is concerned, right? So all three differences are very important. So for to tackle these kind of issues, there is a couple of functions, a pair after all, fread and fwrite. Okay, so this is the efficient way of reading and writing a record. So whenever you are going to write the record to the file and read the record from the file, this is preferred because it is efficient. Okay, now the constraint is that you are going to use open the file in binary mode. Huh? So what is the syntax? Fwrite. Read this. Just read it. Okay. We will use it directly in the program. Okay. Fread returns 1 when record is found. Okay. So that is the condition we are going to use. Okay. While reading the file. Any database management system. So in a database program we are going to write. Once all these small programs are over, one single program we will write. It will take a lot of time, first of all. So don't know whether we can finish it in one break manner. I will share that program first of all along with you. Okay, one program which I am going to write, I will share it along with you, and in breaks, couple of breaks, 3 breaks, we will write that whole. That will be our end of file handling. Another end of that our course, right? So one database handling program we will write. So any database management system prefers these functions since it doesn't change, even if structures member change. I told you. So the functions are like that. Here you are sending here uh, whole structure. Okay, ampersand b. What is that ampersand b? Address of that whole variable we are sending. So it doesn't matter internal variables are added or uh, removed. Okay, it doesn't make any difference. Okay. And moreover, numbers are stored efficiently, as I told you in the this thing. So these three functions are there for random file access. We have used one of that. Rewind we have used. Fseek and ftail I'm going to talk about that. First of all, rewind, it takes cursors to the beginning of the file. When this is a matter of, I mean, only theoretical aspect I'm telling you, you will not understand anything unless you actually start using them. Huh? I mean, while handling, you have to write 10 to 15 small programs, then mid-size program, then large program, then application. So it is going to take a lot of time. Don't expect results from yourself within a matter of 10 days or 15 days. It is a lengthy process. You may take 3 months, 6 months, 1 year as well. Okay, because it is, I mean, pointers and all these things, you need to understand everything from inside, right? So fseek is a function, it takes cursor to specified location. If you random access, you can currently we were accessing file now. We are not accessing randomly. Okay, we are adding data at the end or at the beginning. But if you want to add data somewhere between or delete some record, you need to move that pointer. So that fseek is a function to move the pointer, right? And ftel gives you the current pointer location wherever that file pointer is there, not file pointer, wherever that positional pointer is there. It returns the current position. Okay, right? These three important macros are there. These are built-in macros. Define the stdio.h. Okay, seek cursor as a 0, seek set. Okay, to take the cursor at the beginning of the file, and seek end to take the cursor to the end of the file, right? So we are going to use them. Okay, what is the fseek function? It takes file pointer offset in long integer, or the offsets are in long integer, and position. Okay, position is that position that earlier these macros, right? We are going to use that. It's the function returns 0 when it is successful, right? Ftel, it tells the current pointer position, that is positional pointer. It returns a long integer. Huh? I am quite sure you don't understand anything from this. Okay, that we will directly write the program. Hmm? What name I can give? Um, will write some read write binary. Right? Some file. I will share this files along with you. So I will declare one structure. First of all, I will write the comment so that you understand when I share this file. Open the file in binary mode and write record using fwrite function and read it back using fread function. Fread and fwrite are exclusively used for uh, binary files, right? I will show you everything. Type def, suppose struct, and what data we will write some char name 50. 50 is okay. So 50. Then what I can give? Suppose int. We'll write employee empid, right? And float salary. So information has to be kept in a binary mode. That's why I've taken this uh, employee, right? So I will declare one file pointer, right, and create a variable employee, suppose E. Uh, I will one employee and store. You put it in that loop and everything will be same, right? So let me first open the file f open and employee record dot. Will give any extension. I'll give the extension as suppose that. No, I'll give the extension as txt. If you give the extension at dot, we will not be able to see the file whatever we have written. So in which mode I will open it in a WB mode, right? WB. So B is a binary. Okay. By default it is T. So instead of W, you can write WT. But since text mode is the default mode, T is not required. When you open the file in binary, write B. WB plus will be same philosophy. You can write the file, you can read it back, and rest of the features are same. If file exists, it will be erased, new file will be created. If file doesn't exist, new file will be created. Huh? So what I can write? F. We need to write that. Okay. So enter name. Uh, in single statement, I will write enter name, uh, employee ID, and salary. Right. I will write scanf. So first of all, we will scan it. Percentage percent D and percent F. Right. And what I can write E dot name, E dot empid, and E dot salary. Right. We need to pass the ampersand here and here. Hmm? So philosophy is same. We have accepted the data from the keyboard and stored in the structure variable E. Now pass this record to the where file. So F write. So what are the argument? Const void star. What is this? Send the address of the record. Very simple as compared to that fscanf and no fprintf. So address of E, then size underscore t. How many records you want to send at a time? So size of the structure, right? You don't need to calculate. You can find out that 50 and this 4 and this 4, 58. So even if you write here 58, it will do. Huh? It will do. No problem. But why to go for that? Because if you add that structure member afterwards, you have to change that size. So easy way. Then what is required? That help gone. This is the third argument. Uh, Third argument is how many records? How many records at a time? So we want one record and file pointer. That's it. Very easy. F plus and FPTR. Finish. Okay. What happened here? FPTR. Right? So I will employ, suppose, Sanjay Kumar, right? Employee ID and salary. Suppose 35, I write annual salary, right? 3,58,960. That's it. Okay. So let's check whether it is stored properly. What read write binary, this file, right? So have you observed storing the file in binary mode? You cannot read that. Some name is there, but what is there? This is a binary. You cannot. So you have to see the security is that nobody can open this file. I mean, read that. What is written over there, right? But you can read it back using the binary file has to be read using the binary mode only. Text file, write, read, same format. If you have written the file in binary mode, you have to read it back using the binary mode, right? What I will do, I will create another file. Or here only we can why to hmm, why to this thing if I have to open it, fptr is equal to fopen, same file name I will give here. I will copy paste this. Today I will give you some programs to write. I will send by mail. See, even though you are given txt, it doesn't matter. We give a txt because at least we should be able to open that file. Notepad. Okay. But .txt doesn't mean it will be stored in txt. No. Txt is just extension. Huh? And what I can do, if read, so arguments void star. So ampersand e, right? Size underscore t, so size of e, then one record at a time and fptr. And I can write that now. Printf percent d dash t and percent f slash n. You can write p dot name p dot. We are reading it from the file. Huh? You may feel that whatever data that is going to printed. No, we are reading it from the file because we have retrieved contents and stored it in the structure name, then what id and e dot select. So suppose Sanjay Kumar, employee ID, uh, some salary. So it is printed, right? So f read and f write. Hmm. We are going to use all these functions uh, when we write the database program. There we need fseek, ftail, everything is required. Huh? So this is about the